All right, everybody. I'm still new at this.
We got it.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen because I want to share with you my PowerPoint. Here we go. All right. Can you guys see the PowerPoint?
Yes. Yes.
I think that's somebody. Hey, attendees, if you all.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you all wouldn't mind, we're getting a little bit of an echo. If you all wouldn't mind muting, please.
I think our camera's still on.
That's okay.
Can you guys see us and the slides, or just the slides?
It's just
Slides and see you.
Please see us in the corner.
Oh, great.
Okay, so no funny faces.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do those pretty good. I got kids. I got a lot of kids.
All right, everybody. We'll go ahead and get started. Just wanted to say good morning. Glad you could join us for our first progress meeting for the West Bellfort project. I'm Nancy Sarag-Eldine. I'm the assistant project manager for this project, and I'm going to be leading the meeting today. Now, because this is our first progress meeting together, I would like for each of you to introduce yourselves just briefly, just your name, title, and who you represent, just so that we can stay on time. And we can go in the order of the sign-in sheet that's shown on the screen, just to keep it organized and easy.
Okay, cool. Steve Campagna, I am the project manager for Public Works.
And my name is Muhammad Warad, and I am helping here for the time being, and hopefully very soon Nancy will be handling this project.
Because we're both retiring.
No, don't be. Panic ensues. I don't think Mohammed Safziri has joined. I'm not sure if he's coming. And I've already introduced myself. So, Claudius, are you on the line?
Yes, this is Claudius, the senior inspector.
Hey, Claudius.
Hi.
Sean?
I'm Sean Felton. I'm senior inspector, instead of Houston.
Okay, this is Sam Montoya, project manager for SER Construction.
This is Ron Klein. I work with RS&H, and I am the EOR.
I'm Byron Weaver. I work for Paradigm Consultants. We're the testing laboratory.
I think our guests from District F haven't joined yet.
Oh, okay. I know Long. Go ahead, Long. I see you. Go ahead, Long.
Oh, good.
Hi, everyone. My name is Long Nguyen, and my colleague Nashawn Edwards. We're the directors of constituent services for Councilmember Tiffany Thomas, and we're here on her behalf. Thank you for having us.
Welcome. That's great. Is Cheryl with you as well?
Sherelle, I believe, may be joining later, but
okay.
We're here on their behalf.
All right. Thank you all for that. I appreciate it. Here's the agenda that I sent out last week. I am committed to keeping us on schedule, and I will make sure that we finish on time. So I will begin with an overview section. Again, only because it's the first meeting, I want to give some general information, a brief overview of the project goals, just so that we're all on the same page. So this project is a paving and drainage project. It's going to provide new storm sewers, sanitary sewer, water line, roadway pavement, sidewalk, and landscaping. It will transform West Bellfort Avenue from a 4-lane roadway to a 6-lane roadway, and also reconstruct the Willcrest intersection. The proposed storm sewer will provide a total of 0.44 acre-feet of detention storage. Here is the project location. The job site itself is located on West Bellfort Avenue from South Willcrest Drive to US 59. And it's also located on South Willcrest Drive itself at the intersection with West Bellfort. The laydown yard is located off of Stancliffe Road, and there's a small staging area that's at the corner of the Foodorama parking lot. This map was provided by RS&H. I overlaid it on top of the satellite image to show the different phases of construction that we're going to be doing. So the construction of this project will be completed in 6 phases, and currently we've already completed phase 1 during this last month of September, and we've begun on phase 2. Just to go over a few important numbers, the contract amount is $5,875,000 and some change. The contractor's total earnings to date as of this morning is $476,000 and some change. And the percent in place complete is 8.1%. The contract time is 450 days. Today is day 42, and the percent complete by time is 9.3%. Okay, next, I'd like to share with you some photographs that were taken on the job site. This will help familiarize everybody with the location and the main activities that were accomplished. And that's especially going to be helpful for our guests who haven't had the opportunity to visit the job site. They'll help you visualize the construction work that's being done on the ground. And then after that, Sam will provide more details of the progress and any current issues in a few minutes. But here we have the project sign, the laydown yard and stabilized construction entrance, filter fabric fencing, that's part of our SWIP control, tree protection, the tree removal activities that were performed before the demo work began. Here's our phase 1 traffic control, and as you can see, during phase 1, all the traffic was directed to the outermost lanes of the West Bellfort roadway so that the medians could be removed and then replaced with a temporary detour road. There were 6 medians within the project job site that had to be removed. I've numbered them 1 through 6 just to make it easier to talk about. Medians 1 through 5 had vegetation, and median number 6 was made of concrete. So creating the detour road over the medians involved the following steps: clearing and grubbing, excavation, concrete removal for median number 6, placing a flexible base, applying a tack coat, placing hot mix asphalt, seeing the detour road with pavement markings, and then finally opening the detour road to traffic, and then switching from phase 1 to phase 2 of the traffic control plan. As you can see, the cars are already driving on the detour road. There was also some reconstruction of the Willcrest and West Bellfort intersection. A new left turn lane was installed on West Bellfort, as shown here in the construction drawings. This task involved the following steps: saw cutting the existing pavement, placing and compacting the flexible base, setting up the formwork and reinforcement, pouring high early strength concrete for the left turn lane, and finally installing and activating temporary traffic signals at the intersection. Currently, SER is now installing 5x5 reinforced concrete storm boxes along the north side of West Bellfort, as well as sanitary sewer pipe and manholes. I'll now hand it over to Sam to discuss any issues encountered during the construction and any other current work progress he'd like to talk about.
Okay, I guess this would be a good time to talk about the issue that we had with the 21-inch sewer going to 24-inch. I submitted an RFI. Is everybody up to speed on what happened and why it happened and what we're trying to do?
No, you can tell us just briefly about the RFI number 4 and what's the current issue, because I don't think anybody, well, I mean,
I think Sam talked to me, I think on Saturday.
I mean Stephen Mohammed and I know.
Yeah, why don't you, Sam, real briefly, like a sentence or two, tell us what the issue is.
Okay, that might be a little difficult, just a couple of sentences, but Okay, when we bid the job, it was apparent that 21-inch ductile iron pipe is not manufactured. So it was upsized at the bid. We took care of it then. No questions, we just took care of it. Unfortunately, skipped a detail when we ordered the manholes that, looked through all the submittals, made sure everything looked appropriate, but the upsize didn't happen there. So now we have 21-inch boots on the manholes, and obviously we got to figure out a way to connect them. And the way we've done that on several projects and how I've done it over the years is you can grout them in and put some hydrophilic water stop. And that's what we're asking to do. Furthermore, the segment of area that was supposed to be a PPCA, we have discovered there is no contamination. And because we have different size pipes, to my knowledge, TCEQ rules say you can't change sizes outside of a manhole. So we have to switch at a manhole location. And since there's no PPCA, we wanted to make that between manhole 4 and 5 because it makes the linear foot between them makes the most sense. That's it in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. Can everyone see the slide that shows manhole 4 and manhole 5?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. And this is the area where the PPCA is located. And so the question is, how do we deal with the DIP here? That's a different size.
We are, and Ron, feel free to chime in. We are going to meet with Sam. Sam, we're going to meet with wastewater operations this afternoon.
Okay.
One of the things that I brought up that perhaps we might be able to do is use the heavy duty plastic, the high density plastic pipe. But I want to clear that with wastewater operations before we answer that RFI. I don't believe that they are going to accept the grouting at the manhole with the upsized 24-inch. So,
okay.
So we're going to meet with them and get some clarification, and then we're going to answer the RFI based on what we hear from them.
Okay, if I may, I'd like to make a comment to the.
Yeah.
I think the engineer mentioned that we could potentially use fiberglass pipe.
Okay.
We've already part of the reason that we didn't have the luxury of waiting in the current environment, we needed to order the materials. We already have all the materials, and we don't, obviously nobody wants to incur any more costs, so we don't want to send that back. There will be a significant restocking if we were to change. So we're trying to use the materials that we have. We have 21-inch PVC and we have 24-inch DI, and we'd like to work together, obviously, but nobody wants to have more costs. So if we can use what we have the full order. It's not all on site, but it is fully ordered and secured. Half of it's been delivered, and the rest of it is waiting to just be called in. And we're talking about the DI.
Yes, sir. I understand. Duly noted. Let us confer with wastewater operations. They're the ones that maintain this.
Okay.
So let us get some guidance from them. Ron and I will meet with them at 2 this afternoon, and then we'll respond to the RFI.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Sam.
Yes.
What's the possibility of resizing those openings and getting a new boot that fits the 24?
There is that option. We just have to send them back to rock solid precast and have them core it and put new boots in.
And as far as the limits of what you want to do with the PVC, My only comment is you haven't encountered any contaminated soil as of yet, right? You only opened up just the storm sewer. So but when we set the limits, we set it by city criteria. It needs to be we set it 300 feet outside the limits of potentially contaminated areas. So I'm okay with putting PVC between those two manholes.
Because there's no
I think the
contamination.
city would have to concur.
Right. Yeah, Ron, let's meet with operations, and then let's answer the R5. And because there isn't any potential contamination in that area, or isn't any contamination in that area, so I can kind of see that.
Well, we found it on the corners. So we found it on the corners, you know, of Wilcrest and Bellfort, and then the corner of 59, or IH 69.
Okay.
Excuse me, I didn't understand why we haven't sanitary sewer. Like there's other areas, there's a PPCA involved with the 21-inch sanitary sewer.
Yes, there's other sections of PPCA, like over here, another PPCA section begins. But the question was just posed, you know, for this this stretch of pipe between number 4 and number 5. But you're right, Sean. I mean, there's other PPCA areas involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sean is saying this should be all 24.
21.
21?
Yeah, spectrum.
Saying there's no 21.
Right. There's no 21 ductile iron.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to go with 24. So we bought 24. We want to use 24. The issue is between the manholes, and at the manhole, the ceiling of that manhole. Wastewater operations has to bless that before we answer that.
Okay.
And we'll do that. We'll get with that immediately after we're done with it.
Okay. All right. Are we good on this issue? And
It's a pending.
yeah, it's a pending issue. We'll get back to you on the RFI response later.
Okay.
Okay.
And hey, Sam, we're gonna
Yes.
get you an answer today.
Okay, very good. Thank you much.
Yes, sir.
Good. Sam, are there any other issues that you want to go over?
We received an advisory notice about stormwater controls. They were pretty wiped out last week in the rains, and we have a crew coming in today to make repairs to those, get them maintained and or replaced.
That sounds good, man.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Weaver,
Yes, ma'am.
do you want to share with us the lab test results?
So far, lab test results have come back good on everything. We did have a request last week on Friday to do a cement stabilized sand 2-sack, but we only had a 1.5 sack and a 100 PSI available. So whenever that occurs, we have to do a proctor. So until I get the proctor results back, I can't officially tell you that the compactions on the cement stabilized sand they put in on Friday is good. I should have proctor results in today. So if we're going to do a different soil or a different cement stabilized sand mix, let me know a couple of days in advance, and I can get out to either the pit or the plant and pull a sample of it, and we can get the proctor out. That'll give us faster turnaround on the soils testing. And then I have a guy out there today, but they asked for him to be out there this morning, but he's essentially sitting around waiting for them to pump out water. So just to save the city money, if we can schedule a little tighter on that kind of thing, if we're going to have, because I hate my guys just sitting around doing nothing on the city's dime. To be perfectly honest about it. So, but that's been the only, and we're getting going and things are moving along pretty well though so far. I think we actually turned out our first invoice next week. So
All right.
I assume our invoicing is going from the 10th to the 10th on this, like most city projects. I have one city project that's going to the 15th to the 15th, but all the rest of them go the 10th to the 10th. Or the 11th to the 10th.
That's correct.
Okay, good. Yeah, other than that, things are moving along smoothly.
All right. Terrific. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Next, back to Sam. Can we talk about the planned work for next month?
Well, the planned work is to complete phase 2A, where we are now, get out of Willcrest, and then go into phase 2B, which will take all the utilities, install the utilities going down West Bellfort towards US 59, and then get started on the repaving of that area too. Quite a bit of work to do in phase 2B. That's the plan.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Great. Next, we'll hear from our inspector on everything that's going out, that's happening in the job site.
Okay, one issue, the sanitary sewer, the existing sanitary sewer is clogged. I've called the city out, I've sent to the app, and I've called them also. They haven't been able to make it out yet to unclog the existing sewer line. The streets undermining over there where we installed the manhole, the storm manhole. The plans call for a 1-foot saw cut, but street undermined, so we're gonna have to probably take out more of the street on Willcrest than what's called out on the plans.
Okay. So I saw the daily report said part of the street caved in.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we'll take out, we'll excavate more than was shown on the drawings.
Oh,
No, Sean, the street didn't cave in, it was undermined, right? Unless the street caved in this morning.
What do you mean? What's the difference?
That there's no street left if it's caved in. Right now, there's just no dirt underneath the street.
Oh, yeah, there's no dirt underneath the street. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Okay, thank you. Okay, so street undermined. Okay. All right, and this is on Willcrest, right?
Oh, Willcrest, yeah.
Yeah, the southbound direction.
Okay. All right.
Also, sanitary sewer manhole number 1.
Yeah.
To drain the existing sanitary sewer, we're gonna have to cut a hole into that sanitary sewer manhole. I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware that since it's a new manhole, that's gonna have an opening cut into it. So that's okay with everybody.
It's a new manhole and we're gonna cut into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it. All right.
And that's about it.
Okay. Do you want to just like give a brief word about traffic control and job safety, job site security?
Traffic control has been okay. Job safety's been good. Street cleaning, we need to get another sweeper out here. We had a sweeper on site, but I don't think it stayed out here.
Okay.
We need to get another sweeper. We already talked about the advisory notice with still fencing. And There was a citizen complaint about the median opening at the McDonald's and that restaurant, but I think we've already discussed that and said we weren't going to have an opening there. So
Where are we at on that one citizen complaint about McDonald's? Like I mean, who's
I've addressed it.
oh,
I've
yeah.
already addressed it.
So it's closed? That issue is closed?
Yeah, we're gonna build it as designed.
Okay. So that complaint is resolved?
yeah,
Okay, good. Okay, good. All right.
And also, we do have one more complaint
Yes.
regards to the turning lane. I can't remember exactly the station number. It's just at the middle of between 59 and Wheatcrest.
Okay.
It's a mechanic stroke body shop area.
Is it across?
They were complaining they're going to lose business, but that particular median is going to be closed. So he's complaining the same thing. The McDonald's and this restaurant place are complaining the same issue.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything from the council member about that at all.
So it's the same complaint as McDonald's, but it's just a different crosswalk.
Yeah, it's different from McDonald's and the restaurant place. This at the middle of between 59 and the Wheatcrest on Bellfort.
Between halfway down the roadway. So
Yes.
between the third
That's
and
about I can.
between the fourth meeting.
I will look it up I will look up for the station number. He complained earlier, but he have not complained again. We told him that the media going to be closed, and he was a little bit angry about that.
Mm-hmm. And he was from you said what kind of mechanic shop?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We'll keep an eye out in case we get an email from District F or something. All right. Thanks, Claudius. Anything else?
Sam, what about the advisory notice? Have you been able to respond to that?
Sorry, I had to unmute. Which notice was that, Claudius?
Number 12.
I'm at a loss. What was
No,
the?
I mean number advisory notices. Did Sean issued you an advisory notice?
Yes, he did, and I responded to it, and I copied you.
Okay, you're doing CIPMS. That's how we can respond on that. Yeah, but the email is good also, but we need the form itself, the one Sean issued to you. We want a response. We knew that it was due to the storm that happened last week. Just go ahead and state the same thing there and forward it back to us.
Through CIPMS?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, thanks. Or Sean, did Sean send you any?
Well, he emailed it to me this morning, and that's why I responded by email.
Okay, yeah, just go ahead and fill out at the bottom. There's a space where you respond to the advisory notice. You just respond. It can by using a red ink or something like that. So and send it back to us.
Okay. I will.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
All right, thank you guys. Okay, I'll move on to the next section. Actually, we're doing pretty well. It's 10:33 and we're right on time. So the next section is about the submittal schedule and status of submittals. I went ahead and looked at CIPMS this morning. These are the only submittals that have yet to be resubmitted, that they were rejected and have yet to be resubmitted. But I'll let Sam and Ron take it from here.
Okay, yes, I am getting resubmittals from our signal contractor, Reliable Signal, and they gave me some late Friday, so I believe I have 3 to send in today. So those will go in. Other than that, I submitted the steel stairs and rail last week. and the 2-sack cement stabilized sand. And other than that, there's nothing else outstanding.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
the steel stairs and rail I pretty much reviewed and uploaded this morning, and I'll get the 2-sack probably today, no later than tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Cool. All right. All right. Good. Good job. Right along. Okay. Status of RFIs, RFPs, and change orders. So here again from CIPMS, I just put together. We have 4 RFIs. 3 of them are closed. They've been addressed. The 4th one is the one that we talked about earlier about the 21-inch DI pipe. So that one's still active. We'll respond today. As far as RFPs, 1 RFP has been submitted to the city. It's pending review.
Number 4?
No, number 1. RFP number 1 about
Oh,
substituting.
yeah.
Substituting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he did send
He
something.
sent.
Yeah.
So what do we do now? We review
We
it?
just,
or-
yeah, we're gonna just add the bid on new bid out.
Okay, so we'll create the new bid item and that will finish. And then there are no changes.
Right.
Okay. All right. Any comments? Good. All right. Okay, we don't have any potential claims, actual potential claims, so I'm going to skip that. Okay. Sam, you want to just give us a summary or drug policy dates, due dates, and insurance dates?
Wow, I don't have that right in front of me. I believe everything is up to date.
Okay. Good. What about, do you have the MWBE compliance percentage to date?
Not with me.
That's okay.
I'm going to submit that very soon because the monthly documents are due for the upcoming pay estimate, so that'll be submitted very soon.
Okay.
I don't have that with me. I didn't understand that would be I should have seen it here. I just didn't understand I would.
Don't worry. This is our first meeting. We're working out all the kinks right now. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe in the future we should do our progress meeting the day after the pay estimate. I don't know. Just a thought. We'll think about that at the end. Okay.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. The next section is about reviewing the record construction drawings. This is doable because I have the construction drawings online. So I'm just gonna put this up to a vote. If you want, I can pull up the drawings online. We can take a look at it, or we can take this offline after the meeting. You know, it's up to you.
We can do it after the meeting.
After the
15
meeting?
minutes after the meeting, sure.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. So we'll talk after the meeting about the drawings. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna open it to everybody. Floor is open for anybody who has questions, other topics of discussion, community concerns, anything from District F. Any questions? Okay, I guess that's a no. All right.
I think we're good.
Yeah, it's only 10:38. So we're gonna hold the next progress meeting at the end, the last Monday of every month.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
At 10 a.m. That's good with everybody. I'm gonna send out a recurring meeting invitation. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Nancy.
Okay, good. All right, before we go, I do want to say thank you to Ron Klein because I asked a lot of questions and he was very patient.